I know when there's a lot of steps that sometimes works against you, but just do your best here. So
I
the
thought
next,
usually he subtracts like 4 for an example on each side, but I guess it's different because it's like there would be like a 4 on the right and then a 4 on the left.
we're gonna
As
get to that.
far
We're gonna get to that. So
as
there's this placeholder that goes on both sides. Okay.
okay.
There's this placeholder that goes on both sides, and you have to figure out what goes in that position. All right. Now the answer is based on this number here, this 2. This 2 is called B, and there is a formula. The first thing though I like to do is actually work my way down. So what is half of 2?
1.
1. So you take that number, you divide it by 2, and that goes here. Now the number that goes back in this placeholder position is that number squared, 1 squared, which is +1. And that's what goes on both sides of the equation.
Okay.
So it goes on both sides of the equation, and you add
Wait, why
1
is
to
it
it.
-3? Because you add the 1
Yeah,
and the -4.
yes.
Okay.
So then the last step, and it depends on the type of problem you're doing, is you move this number back over to the other side, x plus 1 squared plus 3. So yeah, this is a recipe. This is the thing you're going to do over and over again in the problems we have here today. Try and do them in a reasonable order here for you. But did you get this down in your notes?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. All right, so number two here is x squared plus 22x minus 124. Again, I like to set it equal to 0. Equal to 0 here. And then we're gonna add that number, that constant, to both sides. Okay, actually we don't need that. So you go x squared plus 22x, leave a space, equals 124. So in this space here, we're going to fill in a number eventually. So I like to kind of indicate that something's going there.
Okay. And you do half of 22, right?
Well, half of 22 goes in parentheses.
Yeah, but is that the one that fills the space after?
No. What goes back in that space is this number down here, this 11.
Yeah. Half of 22, right?
Well, you square it though. You have to
Oh,
square.
okay.
You have to square it.
So
So
11 square, 2. Oh, yeah, okay.
121. So now this equals 245.
245. Okay.
So you subtract 245 from both sides. X plus 11 squared minus 245, like that. So you always like you end up working both sides of this thing. On the left side, it always becomes this binomial squared, and on the right, it becomes some sort of a number, and then you move it back.
Okay.
All right, let's look at so number 3 is our first kind of variation on this. So let me write it out here. X squared minus 14x minus 50. Okay. And so again, I set it equal to 0, add 50 to both sides. You either add or subtract depending on what it is. Leave a space. Leave a space. All right, so you got x squared minus 14x equals 50, and then I got a number here. So you look at this number here. Now it's not 14, it's negative 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take half of that. What's half of negative 14?
-7.
Negative 7. So see how the thing in parentheses is now negative? So generally it's whatever the sign is here is what it
And then you
becomes.
square that to
And
make
it
that back to
positive 49.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I kind of get this more than a lot more things, but like, I'm gonna have to do this a lot to remember it.
Yes. And so you add the two numbers on the right, 99, and then you subtract to get it back onto the left-hand side. All right, so I'm gonna have you help me work through number 4 here. Let's see if you can remember the steps here.
Yeah, I just try to give you a final answer.
You want to try and do this all on your own? That's fine with
Yeah,
me.
sure.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Please. Matthew.
Yeah.
Can you scroll, please?
Sure. Sorry about that. I didn't realize.
No, you're good. Actually, yeah, I want to do this again. Actually,
Okay. Okay. So the first thing is to add 6 to both sides.
Yeah, I
All
did
right. So
that.
you get this x squared plus 4x, leave a space, equals 6. What number should you be focusing on now?
Oh, the 4.
The 4. So you need half of 4.
Yeah.
And that goes in parentheses.
X into equals 2.
Now
Squared.
the number that goes to the right of 4x and to the right of 6, and you've been seeing me put these like little buckets, little placeholders,
4 on
is
each side.
4 because it's 2 squared gets you back there, and you're adding it. Okay.
Okay.
Now what do you get on the right hand side?
You get 10.
10. And
And then
then
you subtract 10.
yes, you subtract 10 from both sides. So
And
you
then
get
you
x
get
plus
X
2
plus
squared.
2 minus 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for another one? We're just going down the list here. Did you get all this down? Sorry.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right. So we have x squared minus 8x plus 9. This is number 5. What is step 1, Remy?
Step 1 is subtracting 9.
Subtract 9 from both sides. X squared minus 8x, leave a space, equals minus 9.
And then you would do 4x
What goes in parentheses? That's
x
the next.
minus 4. X
Yes.
plus 4.
X minus 4. Don't forget to put that squared. That squared is really
Yeah.
critical.
You add the squared, and then you
Okay,
put
so now
16 in the.
plus 16 plus 16
Then you add 9 and 16.
minus 9 and 16. What does that add up to?
25.
One's negative, one's positive, so it has to get smaller.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, 9's negative. So
Yeah.
7, yeah.
And is there more to do from here?
Yeah. Then you subtract 7 on each side.
Yes.
You get
Now there's been one little thing that we have not been doing for every one of these problems, which is stating the vertex of the quadratic. So we're going to do that for this one. I'm going to write the vertex form here
Okay.
and ask you what is the value of h and what is the value of k? Can you tell me that? Because the vertex is h comma k.
The value of k, what's that?
This is the vertex. Okay, let me give it to you from this problem. So the vertex for the one you just did is 4, -7.
Okay.
So the k value is just the number there. The h value, if it's subtracting on the inside, it's that number. If it's adding, it's the negative of that number.
All right.
All right, so let's do number 7 next. We're skipping 6. So we have x squared plus 26x minus 170 equals 0. What is the first step here for this one?
So you obviously subtract the 170.
No, add.
Or
Why
add,
is it
add,
add?
my bad. Add, yeah.
Yeah. Now, it could also be the case, sometimes they put a number on this right-hand side, but not for this one. Okay. Like instead of a 0, you could get a problem where there's another number over here.
Yeah, and
All right.
then you do half of 26, right?
Okay, what is that?
So x plus 13 squared.
Yeah. And it's positive because of that plus there.
Yeah, yeah.
So now what number goes back?
Then 170. Oh, you put the 13 times 13.
Okay, 169.
Mm,
It's like your instructor didn't know what signs were supposed to be in this one because they're all like really awkward. It's like they forgot that this really should have been plus 170, so you subtract it.
Yeah.
Really weird. But anyway, 339.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then you subtract on each side 339.
Yeah.
So
X plus 13 squared minus
30 equals
339.
339.
Okay, now this vertex form is very important here. X minus h squared plus k. Your vertex is that like min or the max. Okay, depending on the problem. So that's what this hk is. So in your problem, k is usually easier one to do. K is that other number there on the outside. So k in this case is minus 339.
Yeah.
Okay, now h depends on the sign in here. If it's plus, it becomes that it switches signs. If so, in the previous problem, let's go back and look at the previous problem. See how h is 4 in the previous problem? It's because it's minus minus. They match up, so h is 4. But in your problem, it's minus h, but you have a plus. So you have to change the sign of that to make it negative 13.
Okay. Wait. Okay.
You got to somehow like remember this rule. This rule
Yeah.
is that there's a it's opposite in sign. Okay, let's do another one here. Let's do number 8.
Okay.
X squared minus 24x minus 150. You want to try this one on your own?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Wait, where would you add the 150?
So you always have to, I like to write it equal to 0. I'm adding that every time.
Oh, okay. So if like you don't have like a 0, you just add 1.
Yes. Even if and like all of your problems are like f of x equals, like I'm not even writing that because you don't need any of that. You just need,
Okay. Yeah.
need the quadratic.
Okay. 50 x over 2 minus 24x equals blank equals 150 x plus 12 squared 12, what's 12 times 12? It's
144.
144, yeah. 144 then you add the 144 and 150, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 294 x plus 13. Okay, x plus 13 squared minus 294.
I'm sorry. Did you say, okay, this is the correct answer. Is that what you got?
Oh yeah, I don't know why I like wrote my 12 all weird. It kind of looks like a 13, so it kind of said 13. Yeah, that's what I wrote. So,
Okay, now in terms of the vertex, okay, your k value, your y value of the vertex is this number here on the right, minus 294. H is the harder one. If you're same sign here, if you're both minus minus, then
Okay.
it's H is 12
Okay.
in this case. And that's the last little bit of this. Okay, I think we got time to do, we'll do one more here.
Okay.
Let's see here. Just looking at your what you sent over. Yeah, so let's do number 6. X squared minus 12x minus 40.
Use on this solve this too.
Yeah, go ahead and try this one on your own, please.
Is it x plus 20? What you would call it with the 2 over it? I forgot what it is. Minus 440.
We're doing 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me work this out here. It's x squared minus 12x equals 40 because you had 40 both sides.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Then it's x minus 6 in parentheses squared.
Oh shoot. Oh my gosh. Why did I?
Yeah, I heard a different
Yeah,
number altogether.
I don't know why I like skipped that part and I just I'm like rushing it like crazy right now. Yeah,
So
I
now
remember
you
gotta make that into 6.
you add 36 to both sides
Mhm.
because 6 squared is 36.
Yeah.
And then you move that number back over. So you have x
Yeah.
squared, x minus 6 squared minus 76 equals 0. And x minus h squared plus k, your vertex is,
Yeah, I skipped the x minus 6
yeah.
for some reason. I'm just like rushing it like crazy right now. But I definitely know what I'm doing now.
Okay, so get this last little bit down. I'll send you the notes here shortly. Thanks for letting me help you, and
Yeah.
we're on for next week. 6:30. So
All right.
please use that PDF. Just click on the link. That's all you need to connect.
All right.
Thanks, Remy. Have a great rest of your night.
You too.
Bye.